Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the New York Mets.
And now, please welcome.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. And today's starting pitcher, Yuri Perez. What do we have on him?
Well, this guy's got sort of a tweener, not quite a slider velocity and not as slow as a curve. It's in between, and he adds and subtracts velocity on it, which makes it harder for the hitters to really get that front foot down and have the timing they need to be successful.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field, and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That can be a really tough pitch to handle, a front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed. He didn't spin off the ball and hook it foul, which happens so many times.
Perez picks to first, and he's back in there. Acuna gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Acuna runs. Foul ball there. Runner goes again. Pitches low. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Perez checks the runner. Acuna dives back in. Gets to it with a slide. And they get the out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Oscar Charleston stepping in now.
You have to find a way to score the runner from third, especially with less than 2 outs. Wait for the pitch you want and hit it as hard as you can.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss. One away with a runner at third here in Game 5 of the World Series. In the air, left field, down the line. Makes the grab for the second out. Tim Raines, the next to hit. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. On the ground at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here with my pal Siggy, and our starting pitcher here today, Bob Gibson. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boo. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Mickey Mantle, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. And that misses. And that's ball one.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
Raines hauls it in, and there's one away. And here comes Tommy Edman. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. The line to kick the pitch.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. That one out to right. Acuna has it sized up. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Matt Olson up now for the Mets. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. Makes the catch, inning over. World Series Game 5. Stepping in the long ball threat, Gabriel Moreno. Perez back to work. Swing and a foul out of play. That's down and in. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
And now it's filled up. Drops into the glove, and there's one down. Bob Gibson, the next up for the Marlins. Chopped to third. Johnson fields it. The throw to first. Out. And there are 2 outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Matt McClain, the next up for the Marlins. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball.
Brings it in for the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the third baseman, Judy Johnson. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Wagner whips it to first, and they get Johnson for the out. Watch Soto now. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. 1 down, base is empty. Fought off foul. No score here in the second. That hits the dirt. Ball 1. Registers the punch out and hits 101. Derek Jeter digs in now. He's a guy who does it all. And takes low for ball one. 2 outs, base is empty. That missed by a lot. 2 balls, no strikes. That one down the line. Fires over to first. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Back here in Queens, now it's the power speed combo. Ernie Clement. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
You know, these Marlins definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Throw on to Olsen. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Crow Armstrong goes 5 feet 11 inches, 185 pounds, a former first-round pick in 2020. Ripped to short. Throw on to Olsen, and that quickly 2 away. So the batting order turns over. Next to hit, Ronald Acuna Jr. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. Yeah, that's fouled off. And it's 1-1. Top of the third, no score.
1 strike.
Late on that fastball.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Ball.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back here at Citi Field, set for the bottom of the third. Here's Adley Rutschman. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Reaching for it and brings it in. And here's the rookie center fielder. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Swings and misses. 2 gone now. And now the pitcher, Yuri Perez. Swing at a ground ball. McLean on to first. That's the inning. And we're back. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Honus Wagner.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Jeter. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. Here's a big power threat. Oscar Charleston flied to left his first time. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Snags it for the second out. And now for the Marlins, Tim Raines grounded out his first time. Swing and he breaks his bat. Throw on to Olsen, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Mickey Mantle. That one the other way. Wagner with the throw to first. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Tommy Edman at the plate. Flied to right his first time. Ripped on a line. Acuna puts it away for the out. 2 away. Here is Matt Olson.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Line to second. Snagged on the bounce. Gathers and throws. It's there, and that's a great play. World Series Game 5. Here's the power hitting catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Perez back to work. And that's outside. Ball 1.
You know, these Marlins, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
That one missed. That one finds the zone, and out to a 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Here's a 2-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Bob Gibson, the next up for the Marlins. Grounded out his first time up. And that's in there for strike 1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And that one hammered. Raging back towards the wall. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. And up next for Miami, Matt McClain. 0 for 1 so far. Gets it to first, and that is the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Judy Johnson digging in now. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Well, these Mets just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
That's to third. Clement over to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. And now it's Juan Soto. Went down on strikes his first time through. There's the strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound. And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
One down, base is empty. Good eye right there.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Crow Armstrong makes the grab, 2 down. And next for the Mets, Derek Jeter.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Here's a rocket out to left. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play. Back here in Queens, all set for the start of the inning. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
1 strike.
And there's a ball.
1-1.
Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
This one smoked, could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. Soto gets it back in quickly, and now a runner moves into scoring position as we look for the first run of the ball game. And at the plate for Miami, Pete Crow Armstrong. To the right side, and that's a foul ball.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
With the go-ahead run standing at second here in this decisive Game 5. Throw to second, save. Hard hit left side. Whips it across. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. 1 for 2. He's trying for third. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. With the go-ahead run at third here in Game 5. Of the World Series. Strike 2.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
And a bunt right side. Edman on to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Down to number 2 hitter, Honus Wagner. He's grounded out a couple of times. And it's fouled away. And a swing and a miss.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across, and we're in the top half of the 6th. On the ground, but it kicks foul. That one back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Back here at Citi Field, here's some real power at the plate. Adley Rutschman. And that is out of play.
Well, the guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. As a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day. It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And that's in the dirt.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's...
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. And now the center fielder. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that one missing low. Strike one.
One ball, one strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at-bat.
Cuts and misses. That's a strikeout. So now here's the pitcher, Yuri Perez. Rolled out to second in his first at-bat. Hit on the ground to the right side, but that rolls foul. Right through there for a strike.
Time's starting to run out for this offense, isn't it, Boog? I mean, it's not easy to play in a must-win game, especially when you're losing. Their season is on the line, and they know it.
That one the other way. On to Oscar. And the inning is over. New inning getting started. And here's the first baseman, Oscar Charleston.
Hitting is all about anticipation, and right now this lineup is struggling with it. Their swings are mistimed, and it's produced a few ugly cuts here and there.
One ball, no strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Next offering way off the plate. The other way. Throw on to Olsen. One up, one down. Tim Raines getting ready to hit. Has grounded out a couple of times. Tap foul at the plate. One down, base is empty. Ground ball right side. Edmonds slings to first. And two away to start the seventh. Gabriel Moreno, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 2 in this one. Soto really on his horse for it. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. And we're back. And now, Mickey Mantle.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tie-in run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Up the middle. On the run, throw to first. Got him. Nice play. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
This guy with light tower power. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low. Throwing the ball very well right now.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Hit on the ground, and it gets through. Just like that, the perfect game is gone.
The dream of a perfect game turns out to be just that, thanks to this hit. We've all seen the defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw there. Safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Inside. And that's ball one. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run comes in from second, and they tie it late here in Game 5.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Man at second. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Here's Juan Soto.
This is a big spot for a big-time player.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. And it's through for a hit. Here's the throw. Save! In comes the run from second. It's 2-1.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the
slings to first, third out. Back to the top of the 8th, and they'll go with a pinch hitter to start the inning. Shohei Ohtani.
Well, with his speed, he could really make some things happen leading off.
Perez back to work. And that one fouled off. And now it's even up. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Up the middle, Jeter. Throws to first in time, and they get Ohtani for the out. And now for the Marlins, Matt McClain.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Swing and a miss.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
Strikes him out with 101. And up next for Miami, Ernie Clement, known for his late inning heroics. Softly hit to third, but it kicks foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next up for the Marlins. Runner takes off. Pitch misses in. No throw, safe at second. That one at triple digits.
1-1.
And a count 1-2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the eighth. Holding on to this narrow lead.
And he got him. Strike three, and that'll retire the side. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready for the bottom of the eighth. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Adley Rutschman. Up and in, 1-0. Ohtani, known as a guy with pretty lights out type stuff, racks up the strikeouts, but the command at times can elude him.
Yeah, and a manager in a situation like this type of pitcher has to stay alert and ready. He's got to make sure he's watching from pitch to pitch, hitter to hitter, to quickly get another reliever up in the bullpen if he needs to bring someone in.
Here's the center fielder. And there's a foul ball. Base is empty, one away here in the late stages of Game 5. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. And that lack of command, that's usually one of the things that leads guys to be converted from starter to reliever.
Yeah, and it's such a short stint when you compare the two roles, starting and relieving. You hope that guy could find strike one right away when he comes in.
2 down, base is empty. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Goose Gossage. He was late there, strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
And that one off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back here in Queens, and here is Ronald Acuna Jr.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Late with the swing there.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up. Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
And fouled off. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour.
2 strikes.
Acuna runs. Pitch misses.
1-2.
No throw. He's in there safely.
Ball 2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think.
Runner on the go again. There's a ball. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. This one in the air, center field. He's under it. Makes the grab. Runner tags from third. In to score from third. And now they trail by 1. And the batter now, Oscar Charleston. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He's under it. Squeezes it. And there's 2 away. Tim Raines now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. Headed towards the corner. Mantle on the run towards the line. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that is that. Back here at Citi Field, all set for the bottom of the ninth. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Mickey Mantle. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited.
Run around the move. It's a pitch out. Throw. Save. And the winning run is now in scoring position. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Into the outfield, base hit. Around third. Across is the winning run, and the Mets walk it off and force Game 6.
Well, in the postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win, but you got to turn the page quickly to come back for the next game.
A 3-2 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.